guys, welcome to my channel. This is my first ever video tutorial on CATIA software. So my first video will be on the types of tools used in CATIA software. So the basic tools which are being used in the CATIA software will be explained in this video tutorial. So talking about what is CATIA. CATIA is actually a computer-aided three-dimensional interactive application. It is a multi-platform software which helps computer-aided design, computer-aided manufacturing, and computer-aided engineering and 3D models to be created. Actually, it was basically developed by a French company named Dassault Systems. So let's come to the applications. The scope of applications are mainly mechanical engineering, where various 3D sketches, sheet metals, composites, molded and forged parts have to be modeled and created, and this is been created using CATIA softwares. Also, the second scope of application is design. The design is been created using CATIA. CATIA offers a solution to shape, design, styling and surfacing of the model. So now let's see what are the options present in the CATIA software. So let's open the CATIA software now. So when you open, I have already taken an example of a rectangular box which is like this. So now let me explain the different tools which have been present here. So firstly, the start menu. Start menu contains various options like infrastructure, mechanical design, shapes, analysis and simulations. So coming to the mechanical design, we have various platforms on which we can design our models: part design, assembly design, sketcher, weld design, mold tooling design, sheet metal design, sheet metal production, wireframe and surface design. All these platforms help various function to be used in a more efficiently way. In case of sheet metal design, I can design sheet metals more easily than in part design. So hence I'll go for sheet metal design if I want to design a sheet metal. So if I want to design a part design and then assemble it, I go for assembly design. So hence these are the options which we can use for various models to be created. So now let me explain you what is the standard window toolbar. The standard window toolbar is this, which we can see in the top of the screen. So here we see that there are file, edit, view, insert, tools, window and help. These are the options which contain the tools that help in editing the document, saving the document, printing the document. Various options related to the documents are present in this toolbar. So now in the next one we have the specification tree. The specification tree is this, which includes all the operations that are being done in the in this file. So let me take I have already taken an example here. As you can see, I have done the sketch using the absolute axis, geometry, constraints, and this help in creating the sketch. And after sketching, I have just extruded the part using the pad option. If I want to delete any of the option, I just go on the option, click on the right click on the option and just click delete. It gets deleted automatically. So this is the way the specification tree works. So next, coming to the compass. This is the compass which is present here. So this compass I can keep, I can use it to keep on any plane and use it to move vertically, move horizontally, rotate it on the y-axis, x-axis, anyway. So these are the options that are being provided by the compass. So the function of the compass has been completed. So next, coming to the plane representation, we find various planes here. The plane representations are XY plane, YZ plane and ZX plane. The XY plane represents the horizontal plane, as you can see the highlighted plane. So, and then after that we have the XY plane, a YZ plane, that is the vertical plane, and the ZX plane, which is the vertical plane but in the Z axis. So hence these are the three different types of planes which can be used to sketch. Yeah. So then coming to the view toolbar. The view toolbar consists of various options like fly mode, fit in all, pan, rotate, zoom in, zoom out, and various other options. The pan option helps to move the object left or right. The rotate option helps to rotate the object to the left or to the right or towards the x-axis anyway. So the rotate can also be used by just clicking on the scroll button and clicking on the right button and just moving it as you want. So two clicks at a time, that is the scroll button and the right click. So this helps to rotate the object in any direction. And in order to zoom in and zoom out, you can use the mouse by just clicking on the scroll and just clicking once at the right click and moving the object. So this is really helpful, and which can be just done using the mouse, zoom in and zoom out, or either you can use the options here that are present. So zoom in, zoom out, and zoom in. And then coming to the next option, we have normal view. Normal view is the view at which with the perspective of the person perpendicular to the axis. So hence this will help to bring the object in normal view. The next option is create multi views. These are the multi views: isometric, front view, top view, side views. This is the isometric view, which can be viewed in the isometric view. So then coming to the next toolbar, we have the dress up feature. The dress up feature consists of various tools like the chamfer, edge fillet, draft angle, shell, thickness, and various other options. These options are normally used when all the whole part has been developed. So let's see the function called edge fillet. To fillet the edge, just select the edge which has to be filleted, and then give the radius, maybe 5 is the right radius to be given, and then click OK. So this provides a fillet on the object, on the corner of the object which has been selected. So this way this dress up feature has been used. So coming to the main toolbar, that is the current workbench tools and toolbars. So the current workbench tools include the sketch of toolbar, the sketch tool, the pad tool, the pocket tool. This is the revolve tool. This is the groove tool, hole tool, rib, slot, and various others. So the pad tool is generally used to extrude any part out of the from the sketch using the. So let me take an example to explain the pad option. So let us take a rectangular object, a rectangular tool. So just click on it. You can see the rectangle is formed. So extrude it. So to use the pad option, just click on the pad option and then click on the sketch of which has to be padded. So after that, give the length to be padded. So let us give 10 mm. So 10 mm and then click on OK. So now we see that there is a object, that is a sketch has been padded to a length of 10 mm. So this way we can use the pad option. The pocket option is used to create a hole in between this. The same procedure as I explained in the pad option. Just select the sketch which has to be pocket, which has to pocket the area, and then just click the pocket option and give the depth of cut. So revolve shaft option is used to create a shaft out of the drawing. And this groove option helps in giving a revolve cut to the part model to be created. Various options like this are been provided in the current workbench tool and toolbar. So coming to the analysis toolbar, we have various analysis toolbars like draft analysis, curvature analysis, tap spreading analysis, and wall thickness analysis. These types of tools are being used to analyze the various models under various conditions of loads and temperature. So these are the tools used for analysis purpose. Coming to the last toolbar, the transformation feature toolbar, which includes various tools like translation, mirror, rectangular patterns, scaling options. So the scaling is used to reduce or increase the scale of the object, and the rectangular pattern option is used to create rectangular holes or rectangular extrusions that has to be created in the object. And this mirror option is used to mirror the object, mirror the operations that are being created on the object. So this way it is very helpful. So guys, we have come to the end of the video. So don't forget to check out my next video on how to create models in CATIA software. So if you like the video, please click on the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.